Hello, hi everyone. This is Kiran, and today we are going to talk about automation in Jira. So, what happens? It's not the usual external automation. It's about automating the entire process, project management process, so that whenever there is some trigger, some actions will be performed based on some conditions. So that is the crux about automation. So we'll learn how to do it in today's session. So let's look at the documentation from the Atlassian Incorporation. So what is automation? Automation helps us automate certain processes so that when we don't need to manually perform some actions based on some conditions. So if you want something to happen, let's say if you want to assign any issue automatically to somebody based on a condition, if the issue is of highest priority, let's say, and we want it to assign to the project manager, irrespective of when we're raising the issue, we are not assigning it to anybody, but we want it to be auto assigned to somebody. So that is possible. Similarly, we have multiple triggers, we have multiple conditions, and we have multiple actions. So we can choose any one of the available factors, and we can create one automation rule, and we can have multiple rules in our project, and we can choose to enable or disable the rules available in our project. So let's begin and see what is automation and how do we do it in Jira. So moving forward with the documentation itself, so there are certain rules. So the rules, any rules start with some triggers. So what is a trigger? Trigger is any kickoff, any action, any kickoff which will help us execute the rule. So triggers are any kickoffs. So we have to choose these triggers, and then so majorly for setting up any automation, we have three factors. One is trigger, one is condition, and the last one is action. So we have to remember this. So triggers are the kickoffs, conditions are the reasons or the conditions based on which you want to apply that rule, and finally what action you want to take when these triggers happen. So this is the entire crux about the automation in Jira. Now let's go to our project. First of all, we'll go to the project, and Orange HRM is the project which we are working on right now. And what we can do is go to the project settings tab. Here we go. So when we go inside the project settings tab, we have an option for automation. When you scroll down, here we go. So select automation. So you can see here project setting, then automation, right? Now let's create a rule. Okay. Now one more thing to be explained here. Automation can be on a global level and on the project level also. So the global level automation can only be done by Jira admins, that is the administrator. But the project level automation can be done by anybody who has access to the project, right? But the steps to create the rules will remain same for both global level automation and project level automation. So if you check here, so we have options here inside to create automation on a global level. Okay, and here on the project level, we have to go inside the project, then we go on to the automation section, and then we'll create all rules. So you can see here global rules and project rules are there, right? So we can create project rules for the time being now. Now let's go and click on create rule. Now when we click on create rule, first factor is the trigger. So when do you want to create that rule? So let's say we will choose issue created. Okay, so there are many more triggers, but the popular ones are there on the top. So these are the popular ones. Field value change, whenever somebody is changing any field value from something to something. Issue commented on, issue created, and the other triggers available available are issue assign, issue comment edited, then issue deleted, then sprint created. Then when we move a little more down, we have version created, version released, we have work logged, then branch created, commit created. So a lot of options available in the choosing the triggers. Then there are integrations, wherever there is a approval completed, in the Jira service management, and then release management also, we have version created and version release. So there are so many options. So we have chosen one which is issue created for the time being. So let's choose this and save this. Okay, so when we save this, we get an option to choose the condition now. So as I told you, the rule is based on 3 factors. One is the trigger, then the condition, then the action. So let's choose new condition. So when we choose the condition, we get an option to select lot of condition based on which condition you want to perform any action. So when the issue is created and the conditions are like if else block, issue attachments, issue field condition, JQL conditions, so the most popular one is issue field condition. Okay, so let's choose this one, issue field condition. So if the issue is of, we choose the field as the priority. If the issue priority is high, very high, so we can in that case assign that issue to the project manager. That was the rule we were trying to create. So this is priority, and condition is one of, we can choose multiple priorities in that case, or we can choose equals also. So let me choose is one of, and in that value we'll be writing highest and high. So both, if the priority is highest or high, then assign the issue to the project manager. So this is the condition so far. So we'll save this. Now let's choose the rule. Now let's choose the action which we need to do when this trigger has happened and this condition has been met. So let's choose new action. So in that action we can choose what do we want to do. We want to assign it to somebody, right? So we can choose assign issue. Okay, so we have chosen assign issue from the list of actions available, and they are specify user, or you want to assign it to any group, or automatic you want to do it. So whatever we want to do it. So we want to actually assign it to a specific user, isn't it? Or you want to keep it unassigned? No, we want to specify it to the specific user. So specify user you have to write, and then you have to write the name of the project manager. So let's say the project manager is Preeti. So I am just writing the name of the person whom I want to assign it to in case of highest and high priority issues which are created. Now let's save this action also. And then who can edit this rule? So only admins, you want only admins to edit this rule, or you want it to be done by specific people, or only you? So let's say all admins can edit this rule and then turn it on. So basically I'm turning on this rule. So I have to name this rule. What name? Assign all high priority issues to PM, project manager. This is the name of the rule, and turn it on. So my rule is created now. We have to test it that it works or not. So what we'll do, we'll create 2 issues. One will have highest or high priority, and the second will have medium or low priority. And we'll see that it is automatically assigning it to the PM or not. Okay, so let's do that. Let's do the testing. So here we go. And we create 2 issues. So what do I do? I create a new issue. Okay, so how do I create? Just a second, just got from the create button. You can create a new issue. So I'll click on the create button here, and I'll show you how to we create 2 issues for now. One will be being the highest priority, and one will have the priority as medium or low, right? Now let's create issues. This issue can be anything, maybe bug or story or whatever we want to create it, but the priority has to be highest or high. In both the cases, it will be auto assigned to the PM. Now we can learn one more concept here, that okay, we can see that if priority field is available or not. Let's say okay, the project is Orange HRM, the issue type is, let's say, bug. We want to create bug. So here we go, bug. Now we'll check that priority is available or not. Status is there, summary is there, description and everything else, labels, print, but we can see that priority option is not available here. So how do we add the priority option in the issue create issue box? Now for that we have to go to the project setting again. So let's go to the project setting first. We'll go here, we'll go to Orange HRM project settings. Inside project setting, so inside the project setting we have issue types. So let's click on issue types, and in the issue types we'll select whatever issue we are actually, in which issue we want to add the priority field. We want to add it in the bug, right? So let's select bug, and in that we have to add a field. So we can see that the fields which are available is mentioned here, but priority is not here. So what we have to do, we have to go and add a field. So we'll go to the right navigation panel and we'll see if priority is available. So we can search here in this search all field option. So what do? We write here priority, PRIO. So when we write here priority, we get that priority is a system field, right? So what we can do, we can select this priority here and it will be added onto the just a second, it will be added here in the description field. So if we want it to be mandatory, if we can add it as mandatory, otherwise also it's fine. So let's make it mandatory for the timing. So we'll click on required and then save the changes. So we have clicked on save the changes, right? So priority field will be now available. Okay, so let's go and see if the option got available or not. So we can click on create again here, and we can see if priority option is appearing here in the bug creation option. Coming down, sprint portal, just a second, it should be available. So we have a project issue type as bug. We have to select the issue type as bug, of course. The status will be auto selected. Just a second, it's taking more time. And then the fields are going to appear in a while. Okay, I think it got stuck. Let's open it again. So I'll click on create again, create button again, and we'll select the project, which is Orange HRM, and the issue type as bug. Here we go. The status got displayed as to do, and the rest of the field I'm waiting for. Okay, so we can see that the status is to do. The summary we can write, let's say, new bug 1, and priority, let's keep it as highest for this one, and just write some random description just to create this issue. Assignee will not assign it to anyone right now, and then let's quickly create this issue, and we can create the second issue with the priority medium also. So I've created this issue, it's getting created. In the meanwhile, we'll create the second issue. So the project we have selected is Orange HRM, and the issue type is bug for sure. And here we go. Yeah. So we'll keep the priority as medium this time, right? And we'll not assign anybody this ticket, and we'll raise it. So right now. So let's create it. So OH47. So let's view the issue. And this, okay, so summary is new bug 2. Okay, so new bug 2, create. So OH48 will be created. So we'll see OH47 first. And here we go. So the highest priority issue should be automatically assigned to the PM, which was Preeti. So we'll just check the assignee, Preeti Daya, yes. And the second one, which was OH48, we can just change the... So since the rule is on now, since the automation rule is on, that's why this is happening. If we toggle it off, then it won't happen. So OH48, we'll see that it should not be assigned to anyone, it should be unassigned. So yes, the assignee is unassigned in this case. Right, so new bug 2 is unassigned and new bug 1 is assigned to the PM. So our rule works here, whichever we have created, that the trigger was whenever a new issue is created, the condition which it has to check that what is the priority of it, highest, high, low, medium, whatever. So if it is highest or high, it should assign it to the PM, who the person's name is Preeti here. So we can apply any action which we want to, and we have tested that it's working fine. So that's about how to create a new automation rule in Jira. We'll learn more options in the upcoming sessions. Thank you.